Nice! Well, if this becomes a video, hello, hi. Welcome to the video. So, if this actually does become a video of some sorts, I'm not really sure. It might happen, because there's a chance that I might actually go through. I'm gonna try to be Button Roses by the one and only Zeronium. But anyways, yeah, Zeronium, I've definitely mentioned that guy way too much on here. Or just reference a video of his on my channel, because why the hell not? But regardless of that, I've just always been interested in what my friends or anyone that I've watched and seen for such a long time. I just love seeing what they wanted to make for this game, whether they wanted to make a level or, you know, Zeronium does have some creative talents, I will admit. And it's honestly not even bad whatsoever. But I guess that's another thing on like why, if I like Zeronium so much and love referencing him so much on my channel for absolutely no reason, then, you know, why don't I just try Crystal, because that's a rated level on his account. Well, I know this might be a little bit weird to say, even though I can't really judge Crystal, and I don't think I really hate Crystal. But the thing is that I don't think Crystal is the type of level that I would really want to beat, personally. Maybe I can give it a try just to see how it is, because there were updates to the level, and Zeronium is one of those creators or is someone in the community that definitely cares about their levels and would obviously fix stuff for people to enjoy, and so that no one has to feel disappointed for, you know, that creators don't care about fixing their levels ever since, like, you know, the randomness of 2.2 occurring. Even though, like, there's a bunch of levels that I beat in this game, and there are creators that just don't fix their levels, and we have to deal with bugs and, you know, stuff that, you know, we have to wait for constantly because they just don't notice it, or we can't really get any attention to them to, you know, help fix problems with levels that are impossible or don't have coins that work, all that. Or just bugs in general that just make stuff harder. Because I think that's still a big pet peeve. Like, even if it's a bug and you can still pass it, like, come on. It was never like that to begin with. But, oh, I did not mean to do that. I thought that was impossible. I thought they put like a blocker spike so you can't go through that, but no. I mean, it's harder anyway, so I guess there's no point. That I appreciate. You don't have to block skips that are, you know, make stuff harder. I mean, I guess it doesn't really affect me in some way. People block specific things like this. But I mean, you would have to do an extra click anyways to go up, but yeah. It doesn't really matter. What I'm trying to say is that, obviously, most of the times, players that don't really create as much, you know, it's really hard for them to create something for people to enjoy and for them to also enjoy as well. It's really difficult to make fun levels and, you know, to also get them rated as well, since I feel like some levels that are made by either my friends or people that I've seen in the community for such a long time now, like, holy, it's really nice to see what goes on over the years and see if there's anything that they pretty much shared or wanted to give to the community that they've been a part of for such a long time. And of course, even with some creative experience back in, when has Zeronium started playing the game? I forgot. It was really early. But no, sometimes I just want to try out their levels and see what they have to offer, whether they get rated or not. I mean, I think this should be rated, like, come on. This feels like something that would feel like it gets rated. I mean, I personally think it looks better than Crystal, and, you know, I am doing the gameplay, and this is gameplay that I find really fun right now, so why not? Let's rate it up. Let's make it a fast rate. Like, there are so many levels in this game that are probably going to go up in the unrated list at this point. Like, there's got to be a point where most of those extremes do get rated. I guess one of those examples would be Deck Darks. Or Dex Dark. I forget what the level's name is. It's that one Yuko level, and it uses another Radiohead song, and it's kind of inspired by Lotus Flower, but it's a bit different. I don't know, there are just some levels that look really cool to beat, but at the same time, I'm not sure if they hold up that much value unless they are... I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's a level. If you want to beat it, then you can beat it. I still take that to mind, of course. Like, levels are levels, and if you want to beat them, you can beat them. If not, then you don't have to. But I feel like, still, when I beat specific levels, I feel like they do deserve something more, since some effort was made to it, and it definitely feels special as a level to be rated. I just feel bad that most of Yuko's levels are actually like levels that look pretty good, and they've also used like actual Newground songs. They're not just nons or anything as well. Like some actually use Newground song and they actually look decently good and they can be rated. But like only like 30% of them are like rated for some reason. I guess the problem with that now is that if this keeps up, there could just be a chance where we'll have a rate wave of a bunch of levels by the same creator, and they end up getting rated, and now we have a bunch of impossible rated levels. Like, I'm not even kidding, there's like an extreme demon that Paizy beat, and literally after he beat it, like, not too long later, it gets rated. No one's beating it for like a year or something, and Paizy goes along and just beats it, and it gets rated. How does that work? There's no way that he actually did something. Unless there's like, oh, someone else beat this? Huh, alright, let's give it a rate. It's unbelievable how this game even works. But I guess on the subject of raids as well, one day I will try my best to get something rated. And it's pretty cool. It feels really hard though for some reason. I don't know why that ended super hard, but I think it's kind of like the right amount of difficult, even though there are like a couple clicks that feel weird. I guess just the cube clicks, because I've always think that one spike time-ins are so annoying. And also this, I don't know why there's this peak change with a blue orb time-in, but I think it works pretty well if you just know where to time in, since it's not super tight. Which I am grateful for. Like, it does not need to be that tight, because it just looks like a Ren time-in from Ren's levels. 73 to 92, alright. I think it's very likely that I fail at 92. There you go, nice. 73 to 100. I don't think this level has any robot, does it? If not, then come on, Zeronium. Where's the robot love? I thought there was an orb there, bro. I forgot that there's no orb there, you just hold there. What I was gonna say is that I'm not sure this is really, like, supposed to represent Crystal in some way. Because, like, this is, like, completely different. I know, like, both levels kind of look the same, but Crystal actually has its own style of being, like, a cyan blue. There's no orb there, stop thinking there's an orb. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is anything related to Crystal, probably not. Because, like, I think this was said that originally this level was kind of like a ship challenge, or like, this wasn't a level, it was a challenge. Mostly a ship challenge, I don't know what to believe of that, because I didn't really watch the showcase video or anything. What I know for sure is that Crystal is definitely like wave carried. I believe it's wave carried, but this one is like meant to be more ship carried, which I could definitely see. But one thing I like is that the waves actually feel fun and fair. They actually have good hitboxes, because, like I've said so many times, just because one game mode has a smaller hitbox, which is just a wave, it doesn't mean that we have to make it the hardest thing ever. And there are some levels that do that, and easy example, Kuzureta. You can tell that a lot of gameplay elements are so open when they have the normal hitbox, but when it's a wave, nope. We gotta make that accurate as possible. And yeah, quite frankly, I am definitely tired of that. I am tired of levels that are so wave carried that it's not even funny. I wonder where this song actually came from originally, or like how it was found. Because most of the time you don't get these types of songs, because it sounds like something you would have to just replace the actual song with. Dude, the stupid death effect is so useless, man. I don't know why, but every time like these types of levels were made, like the purple Retta levels and the, yeah, it's mostly just the purple Retta levels, because that's all I can think about when I see this, and it's not a good thing, honestly, because I don't like either of them. But for some reason, the endings are like the only things that I genuinely like, decoration and gameplay wise. For some reason, it just has like this good satisfaction to it for some reason. I don't know why. It's always the ending that looks good, Or like, I mean, I guess it might look basic, but to me it looks good. But like gameplay, part of the song and whatnot, like it's always the ending that's the best, and it makes no sense because most people would just assume, or I think most people say that the ending is the worst for most of those levels. I mean, the last click in them are always garbage, but this one doesn't have a garbage last click. This one's actually a satisfying last click. Yeah, this section might be really hard. Pretty much this ship section here. Even though it actually works really well. Thank goodness this uses like the old ship physics because they actually play so well. I feel like any level that would use the new physics for something this hard are just going to be so garbage. You can't just adjust easily to something that you're allowed to change, obviously, so... Like when I make levels, they're never going to use the new ship physics because it's just not good, personally. Even if it's supposed to feel the same as like being right side up, it just doesn't feel right. I honestly forgot about this wave. This wave might be the difficulty for me. It does feel good though. Oh, but it goes into another quantum processing gap. Why? I just realized the overflow attacks. That actually looks so cool. I know this like looks like a generic part that does look like a mix of Koareta and whatnot, but this actually like, or Shuketsu. I forgot about Shuketsu. Oh my god. That one didn't cross my mind because I don't think it can ever beat that level ever, and I'm obviously never going to, but it really does look like something that would work it well for Shuketsu. This is why levels that are not like impossible just feel great to play for some reason. And I'm not saying that for all of the levels that are hard, because obviously there are levels that are really hard that I still want to do that I'll probably really like more, obviously, because they hold dear. Something I just want to beat, it's not easy to find if they're like top 100 or like in the 200s or whatever. Oh, it does have a spike there. That sucks. That's probably gonna be a choke for me. I don't like gaps that just look like that when you have to swoop into them. Like, that looks so bad. If it gets better, then maybe it won't be as bad, but I don't know. Like, no, that does not look good, man. Like, why do you have to swoop like that? It like does this weird click noise, and you're like, oh yeah, you gotta go with the song. There's a spike there, 52 to 94, holy. I'm not sure if I'm gonna switch to my other icon sets that I use for other levels that I rarely use for my actual icon set. I guess we'll go from 0, see what we get. Won't get much, probably. 2. 10, got to the ball. And of course, yep, I knew it. 12. The timing with the spike on the wall is also infuriating. Yeah, I mean, what was I expecting? I'm gonna finger lock there a lot. Those types of clicks really do infuriate me, because you have to let go and then click immediately again to hold. Like, that, I think, has eventually gone to a point where it's pretty bad. Like, those types of clicks are no good. That's no good. Nice, let's do it. Yeah, okay. Forgot about that. The camera was moving? Huh? That's not normal. The camera never moves there. Unless I'm just visualizing something completely different. I didn't know the camera moves there. Gotta love. No. The little auto part just feels so long. So you're like, alright, get into it. Okay, we're definitely about to switch up now. We're gonna switch. 24. Yeah, that was expected. Oh my god, why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? Oh my god, those jumps... Literally, these jumps are everywhere. They existed every single level in the game, and it's not even funny. Literally, the only reason why that I could easily just not enjoy this is because this beginning is just not even necessary at all. Like, literally, this section of the song just sounds like it only belongs in a challenge, and then the song will end, and then it will not continue on, because it basically, like, ends. Like, it really sucks that I'd rather just do 18 to 100 if I knew for sure that I was like, you know, maybe I'm just not interested in being this level. Like, I could easily just do 18 to 100 while not being super annoyed, since I think 18 to 100 actually has some interesting ideas with the gameplay. Even if it's like really hard, like that gap just feels so random. Like, I would not mind that gap at all still being there if it wasn't for this beginning. I am 100% sure that this part is consistent, but it's just not engaging, where it will just be not fun if you just can't get to the drop most of the time. Like, it's an annoying part where you have to like get consistent to at least somewhat enjoy it. Because like, there is no clicks that are remotely hard in this, which is probably why doing 18 to 100 would just literally mean beating the level at this point. Oh, come on, that should have been the end of the wave, bro. Yeah, that was expected. This wave is pretty difficult, but definitely one of the better wave parts. 47. I feel like if I do get to like 30 though, it's like a good chance of like actually getting a decent attempt in, since that section isn't really that bad. The ship is pretty hard, but at least it is consistent for the most part. Like, I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna get consistent at that part of the ship, honestly. It just does not look good, at least for there being not just one of those mini spike gaps, but two. And the first one you can't even remotely see because it literally looks like it's covered in bushes, meaning that it looks like you have more room for error, but nope. Nope, you gotta fly more. You know what's funny? You don't have to, I guess, because I just can't think on where I'm gonna move with the ship. I just have to let it flow and then read what comes up. And sometimes I just think, oh, you're not gonna make it. Obviously, I didn't even think that at all, but I was just dead anyways because my grip was so bad. She said, all you done so far is get a kick out of lies. Well, you ought to know by now you can't kick out. Yeah, that was very expected. This swoop is really weird, but if I click very late, then it sometimes will actually work super well. I mean, this works super well when you click late on the green orb to the ship portal, but like this right here is the hard part. But man, I am like getting really consistent to the point where I can actually get probably a good chunk of attempts to 30. Obviously, I'm not expecting to beat this today. That is probably a bit much, but for day one, this is a lot of progress, so I just want to hope that I feel good about the level, you know? Since I really shouldn't be. If I feel really good about the level, then I should hopefully stay that way when I'm really close to beating it. Because like, I feel like at any moment I could beat it, since I definitely practiced a lot of the ending. There are still some areas that I probably will fail to, but I at least should feel confident. Well, you ought to know by now you can't kick out the truth. What are you gonna do when that doomsday arrives? Who's gonna hold up the sky when... No, I failed to nothing again. I'm not kidding. This part's not even hard. That should have been an attempt at the 80 ship or the 75 ship. I'm not sure where that is. Wow, I actually got past that 160 ship, and I just get all the way to 68 and fail to this? Come on, man. That, okay. I'll take that progress, but wow, that was not a nice place to fail. I don't think I failed there either, and if it was probably when I was trying to learn it. Yeah, okay. How every time I say that, oh, I have to decrease it because I'm not going to get there, it always has to happen at the last attempt when I was like, alright, you know what, 2 more attempts at 18 because I'm not getting to 30, and the last time I get to 18, I get to 30. Unbelievable. Every single time I do that. Oh yeah, and there's this. You died to nothing. I'm never passing this. I clicked. How the I died at nothing again. I died at nothing again. Are you fucking serious? The fact that I never got an attempt at the 80 ship is really bad. Like, that is so unreal. Are you oh yeah, apparently Minecraft 2 is gonna be a thing.
Yeah, there was a video I wanted to show you. I'm gonna show you it. Like, with all the mods and texture packs they have, I can only imagine what Minecraft 2 will be like.
Minecraft 2 on the Switch too. God damn it, dude. Technology's ruined, man. They're all naming themselves with the 2 next to it.
See if I can find the video I wanted to send you. Oh, here it is. I want to watch it with you.
Let's get it started. What?
It's Half-Life.
yeah, that's the, when I read Half-Life 3, I was like, hold up, that's not right. That's not it. I was just vibing to the song. Let's get it started. It was like a wait. I was like, wait a minute, that's fake, right? And I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, that. Let's get it started.
Far. 64. 60. That was expected.
Probably got enough scan. I mean, I probably could, but.
Far. I beat it! Oh my god! Oh my god! I beat it! Oh my god! I fluked it! Yes! 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 Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Oh, thank god! Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you! Oh my god! I was literally in my head when I was about to record. Like I was like, oh, I'm thinking about dropping this level. Wow, that felt so rough. This shit got updated? What got updated? 1 day ago? What? Okay, whatever version I was on, then I don't know. 2 black orbs? Alright, so after beating Button Roses, I just slowly dozed off and just didn't even bother making an outro or anything. So it's just been a few days. But I did want to release this video right away. It just never worked out, so there's nothing really I can do about it. Anyways, to wrap it up, this level is honestly not really bad. I'm not sure if it's good or bad, like overall in general. I'm sure it's still a decently good level if you have a common skill set. But for me, this is more of an experience level, and usually if the experience is bad, then the level just ends up being bad. But this was kind of all over the place, and I don't know how to view it for how short it was, but also how frustrating it got. Day one obviously was the best, because I learned the level, I was just having a good time, just wanting to, record some stuff. Got 68 immediately, and I was getting consistent at the whole level as well, which was honestly super cool. So I was really optimistic for day two, and literally being optimistic for something literally can just demotivate you in every single way. I got absolutely nothing. I literally got no progress on day two. I failed at 68 again, just like a little bit further, but I would barely get any attempts to like 40 or 50 at all. I would just keep failing. I like the part at 18% and, the 30 ship over and over again, and I just couldn't play well. Like, I really have no idea why it just started becoming a problem. I think the only reason why it was becoming super frustrating is because I did mention that the beginning is just like the most filler part of any level that I've played. Like, I'm not going to deny that the beginning is just super boring, because it honestly is. The first part of the song wasn't super engaging, if I'm being honest. It's super slow, there's not really anything going on, it's just something that would fit really well. And I can't even think of anything to change for that part alone, since it really adds nothing to the difficulty itself. Which is also why I consider doing 18 to 100, since that is the difficulty of the level. That is the actual difficulty. If you do 18 to 100, you basically beat the level, because playing it from zero adds nothing. It's just another part to do, and that's about it. And I just find it ironic that Zeronium also said that, since he did Atmos for a monthly wheel, and of course he made a level using the same song, but he skipped ahead to a certain section of the song because like the beginning is very quiet, and like it just doesn't make sense to make gameplay for something that's incredibly quiet and really awkward. And then this level it comes out, and this almost feels like the same exact thing. Again, no disrespect, since the one thing I do appreciate is that the beginning gets consistent. And for once, I actually started enjoying it for day 3, so you know what? I'll take that any day. But other than that, it really didn't change that I couldn't get to 40 when everything before is like meant to be consistent. Like the whole level itself, I'm sure is super consistent once you get better at it. I believe it would be. And again, the only good day happened on day 1, which makes no sense. And yeah, sure, it does feel weird to say on day 2 that I could have easily dropped this level, since I just wanted to do this for fun. But your best day being day 1, like that already sounds like you're gonna have a bad experience, and I'm sure you don't want that. And if I wanted to actually, spend more time on this, then I honestly rather get slower progression. That way, I would know that it would take me a while just to beat the level. And no, before you ask, I'm positive this was normal progression. I don't think there's any excuse on why day 2 had to be worse than day 1. Getting 68 the second time just made me not want to play anymore, since it was just so annoying getting nothing on day 2. But on day 3, it definitely got a little bit better. I got a couple more attempts at 40 and even 50, which is basically where, I wanted to get more progress. But then I just end up fluking it from 68 times 2. And obviously, I have no idea if I consider it as a big fluke. The only way I would see that is from the 80 strip, because that's the last really hard thing in this level. Mostly just the upwards flying section. That's super easy to fail to. Like, that is really, really hard. And sure, the ending itself could be pretty hard, but I am not joking when I say this. I played the ending so many times because I barely would even get a chance to play it from zero, because I have to get there first, and it would take a while for me to get there anyway. So I just played it over and over and over and over again, and then eventually it just started becoming super consistent, and I overplayed it to the point where it just didn't become a problem. And also, I've stated that I really love the ending. By far my favorite part of the whole level. I really, really love the ending. I think this is by far my favorite purple level that is very difficult, since Lost Love is an easy extreme that would easily be at the top, and Night Rider's a neon level, not really a purple level. Neon's a mix, so I don't really count that as a purple level. Anyways, we had a total of 3,743 attempts. That's not even bad whatsoever. That's super good. And this is probably easily going in my top 15 hardest. Speaking of which, as for the difficulty, honestly, I really don't know. I'm not really a opinion player, since my skill set is completely different from everyone else's. And most of the time my experience can't really go into the difficulty since it's really hard to judge. But for now, I think this is easier than Ethereal Artifice, but harder than Celestial Force. Those are the two levels that I've been in and I put in between. According to the verifier, it was aimed to be harder than Crystal, but one, I have not completed Crystal. I don't think I'm ever going to complete Crystal, if I'm being completely honest, because that's just not really my type. It would have to be a long days away for me to even remotely attempt it. But Crystal is wave carried and Bud and Roses is ship carried. But one thing I also want to mention is that the waves in Bud and Roses are balanced in the best way they can possibly be in, and that is honestly a rare sight to see. So thank you, Zeronium, and to any of the playtesters that also know about how waves should be balanced in levels. But for now, I do think that this is easier than Crystal. If it's harder for you, then it's hard for you, but it's still around the same difficulty either way. But I finally did a Zeronium Extreme. I wanted to enjoy it, but obviously this is an old level. It was like made in 2021. It finished only a few days ago. And personally, in 2021, that was like the period of time where most of the extremes just had this type of gameplay. I mean, I'm not sure if this is gameplay that others consider fun. If it is, then honestly, fair enough to you. I don't mind if you enjoy these types of levels, because there is a good chunk of them, but they're not for me personally. That's just my opinion. Anyways, I'm gonna go wrap this up, and hopefully I'll finish some other videos that I have to upload. So please subscribe. It would mean a lot if you do like and subscribe. And one more thing, I know I haven't said anything in the past couple weeks, but genuinely thank you all so much for your support recently. I have no idea what is going on, since there was like nothing happening, but I just started growing an audience, and I really do appreciate you all joining in or sticking around. I'll make sure to get some videos out, since I did state that I want to make better content. But to do that, I have to release the backup videos first and the big video first before I can move on with that. So I'll make sure to get those done. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.